Good evening. This is Vivian, and today is Friday, and we are still reviewing this book, A Year of Positive Thinking, Daily Inspiration, Courage, and Wisdom by Cindy Spiegel. Oh, wow. So we're out on the patio, and we're, bringing in something that looks a little different today. Even me. But anyway, last night we talked about staying open to wonder, all those wonderful things out there in the world that we tend to take for granted sometimes, and just being open to new ideas and new perspectives and all of that, so that the world can be a little bit more harmonious and people can be just a bit more happy, just being alive. So tonight we're going to talk about that all-encompassing love. Do you want to love again? If you're already in love, hey, good on you. But if you're not, maybe you've been hurt or whatever, um, then this episode is for you. And for me, by the way, because sometimes when we're hurt, we kind of want to give up on love. But I'm going to read the anecdote first, and then we'll talk about that. All right. So in the book, if you're following along, the title is actually Love Again. I just kind of added in the question. So here we go. Don't ever give up on love. It may not always be perfect, and you may experience it many times or few, but don't ever let that stop you from being willing to love again. Yeah, I like it. And I can tell you that, that personally, I at one point did decide that I was never going to love it. I was never going to love anybody again. Of course, I've said that more than once. But, a lot of times love just wins over. And you never know where it's coming from. It's just like hit you over the head, that because it's one of those emotions that, you try to resist, but it just takes over. And some people do, have the capacity to resist it. But I think once you decide that, okay, I'm going to be open to love and I'm going to let it in, then it'll come to you. Now, sometimes, when love doesn't go as planned, we get a little upset and we start going, well, I'm just never going to love anybody again. I'm not going to let anybody in. I'm just going to be by myself for the rest of my life. That's it. I'm done. Right? And that old giving up spirit and says to you, you don't need that. You don't need to be hurt anymore. You don't need to go through all that pain or all that work, because relationships take work, right? So, but what we tend to do is to associate future love with what happened in our past, and we make up those stories in our head of what might happen. So, we tend to give up on love a little bit too quickly. But as the book says, it may not always be perfect, and you may experience it many times, or maybe just a few, or maybe just even once. But don't let it stop you. If something happens to that love, don't let it stop you from experiencing love again, because love is one of those things we were built for. Um, the whole willingness part of that sentence is the key. Are you willing to let love in? Are you willing to love again? Because that's important. If you're not willing to do it, then you pretty much lost that. But if you are willing to open your heart and open your mind and have have a willingness to let other people into your life, you never know where that love is coming from, where that really good, all encompassing, oh, I can't live without you kind of love is coming from. And sometimes, love doesn't come in the package that we want it to come into. While all of us would love that gorgeous supermodel, well, not necessarily supermodel, but, really gorgeous guy or girl, man or woman, doesn't always come that way. Sometimes that person could come in like a really plain package, and they are the best person you ever met. They have all of the traits that you want in a partner. So I wrote down some. Okay, so they're honest, they're kind, they treat you with respect. I can't talk today. They listen, they love you. They are generous, they're thoughtful, they're protective, they're supportive, they're successful, they're happy, they're funny, they're faithful, and above all else, they make you feel like the most important person ever in their lives. I mean, why would you want that? Why wouldn't anybody want that? That just sounds really good to me. Uh, and wouldn't it be worth it to have someone like that in your life versus sitting alone and worrying about what happened in your past, or worrying about what might happen to that relationship in the future? Live for today, you know, let love in and live for today. What might happen is just fancy, right? You don't want to apply negative dreams to your dream. If it's your dream to be with someone, to love someone, then don't apply negativity to it. Because if you're not open and you're not willing to let love in, it's not going to come, right? So I think I think it would be worth it to have someone like that. Just with all those traits, um, and that person comes into your life, doesn't matter what they look like. It just matters that they are the person. They are your person, as they say. Um, so yeah, I would love to have somebody like that. Wouldn't you? I mean, who wouldn't? So if you've been hurt by someone you love and the relationship just didn't work out, don't give up on love. Wait on it. Sometimes I think we rush into relationships thinking that it's love, and then it turns out bad, and we're thinking, oh, well, I'm just going to never love again. But that's not the case. It's that we didn't wait on the right person. God has the right person for you. And sometimes you go through a few duds, or maybe you did fall in love before. And it's okay to have more than one love, if that's the case. But if you're waiting on love, wait. You'll know it when it happens. If you're just being with someone because of the sex, that's not going to last very long. You know, make it genuine. Make it actual real love, that you have something in common with that person, that you can talk to them. They're just like the person that you want to be with all the time. They're just you just don't know how to put your finger on it, but it's real, right? So here's one of the exercises Bob Proctor tells us to do if we're wanting a mate, um, or a relationship, and you might want to try it. Okay, now here's the deal. So you would write this down, because I didn't bring my little illustration here, but write it down. Okay, so draw a circle on a piece of paper, and then put little spokes, little lines on the outside of the circle, and write all the traits that you want your man or your woman to have on those little lines, right? Read it, look at, and then in the middle, in the middle of the circle, write my man or my woman. There's no face. You're not putting a face. You're just putting the circle, the traits, and then in the middle you want to put my man or my woman. So you're going to read it, look at it, have breakfast with that person, imagine yourself happy with that person, talk to that person as if they were there, have these little fantasy conversations. You want to write down your perfect day with that person, all of that. And I know it sounds crazy, but according to Bob and some of the other people that it's worked for, it actually works. So I have mine. I have mine done in my office. I didn't bring it out, but I have one on the wall. And periodically I do talk to have a conversation, pretend like we're having breakfast or walking down the road or getting ready to go someplace or whatever. Sometimes I have that and I write down my perfect day with my husband, you know, and it feels good actually. It's a good exercise to do. He says to do it every day for like 30 days, and just watch what happens. I have not done that yet. I've written it down. I have the picture and all of that with all the traits that I want that person to have, but I have not done it consistently for 30 days. I do periodically, but haven't done it consistently for 30 days because I wasn't really sure I was ready for a relationship. Because when I first heard this, I was still in a place of I don't ever want to love again kind of thing. So I had to give up on that, start loving myself, and now I'm ready to open myself up for love. And so there you go. I think that's the key as well, is to make sure that you are really, really ready to be in a relationship and that you are loving yourself enough that you have that open capacity to love again. So I'm not giving up on love because I now love myself enough to give and accept love. What about you? Are you ready? Don't give up. Don't give up on love. It's the real deal is out there, and your person is out there. Just love yourself enough to accept it and have fun. Okay, so I'm done with the topic, and I want to go into the thankfulness. Yay! So I'm thankful always for my grandchildren and my children. I am thankful that I'm really busting out of my shell and building a network of people that I can resonate with. And I am very thankful that I woke up this morning really, really happy. I just had this feeling of happiness just all inside me, and I woke up smiling. So it was a wonderful morning. I am thankful that I have several mentors online, and I'm thankful that I am earning $50,000 per day in pure profit from multiple sources on a continuous basis by helping others through my motivation, my marketing, and offering opportunities. I'm thankful for my increasing online family as well as my blood family. And I'm also thankful that every day I improve some way by through my study and coaching and all of that. Um, I'm thankful that I can share information with others to assist them with their health, their wealth, and their spirit. And I'm thankful for the new opportunity that I came across, or that was presented to me, and uh, that I can help people with and share good fortune with them. I'm thankful that the world is healed of COVID-19 and the hatred that's out there. And last but not least, I am thankful for you and your continued patronage to my channel. And I would hope that you would share this video with someone who may need to see it and know that they don't have to give up on love. That love is still out there, and love is love is one of those things that we as human beings need in our lives and need to move forward. So I hope you would like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, guys, I thank you so much for continued patronage, and I will see you tomorrow. But in the meantime, I wish you peace, I wish you love, and I love you guys so much. Thanks again for watching. Have a good night. Bye bye.